YouTube world, gamers, breakdancers, pelvic thrusters, nipple squeezers, artists, famous musicians, movie actors, mayonnaise on your nipples. Rifle here, once again playing Marvel Heroes Omega, ending Black Cat playthrough part 2. I was supposed to have last night off, but I ended up covering a shift for a fellow colleague. But I'm here back again to finalize this playthrough, Black Cat's playthrough to be specific, and finish story, do the trials, then go to Cosmic Patrol and farm for some better gear, if there is any, and then start with another character, which I have Black Bolt and Venom remaining before December 31st closure from Marvel Heroes, or perhaps even sooner. I have no idea what's going on. But let's, without further ado, resume and get this thing going. Boom shakalaka, how you doing? Happy birthday, where you been? I don't know, wait, what? Oh, disgusting.
I'll take you where you need to go.
You know Howling Commando, but maybe you'll do. Our victory was assured! Good morning, fellow good guy. Welcome to Asgard.
must have his revenge.
Found that, if you will.
You went a hell of a long way just to flirt with me.
Asgard welcomes you here.
Bow before... Bow before Malekith the Accursed.
Nobody sees this coming! I'm the king of the world!
Take this! Malekith shall return.
I'm not that bad, am I, Ghosty?
What's going on, Nicholas? I'm not sure what, the actual ending. From what I've heard, was December 31st. I don't know if that's like a legit final time limit, but I mean, some people said that it was gonna end last night, and I'm still playing the game, but I'm not sure if officially the game will be stopped from the servers December 31st. I mean, some people are just saying that it was supposed to end sooner than what certain people anticipated, but I don't know, maybe just some people are devastated and they don't want to play this game no more, and maybe they're saying that this game ended just to get people away from it, but I don't know what I don't really know what the actual thing is. I mean, from what I've heard, though, it was December 31st. So I don't know if that's what it is, really, that, because some people are very disappointed with the game, and that it's ending.
Mess with the cat and
I really don't know.
claws.
But yeah, the server's still up, and, I believe they did state that the servers will stop functioning on December 31st, which would be the official last, day or night for the server to be up and running, but who's to know? It could be shut down earlier. But for the time being, I'm trying to enjoy as much as I can possibly before it actually shuts down. Doing last minute leveling up characters. I only have Black Bolt and Venom left after Black Cat. And yeah, so I'm just trying to do a quick playthrough. I did one yesterday, and I intended to stream last night, but I ended up covering a shift for a fellow colleague, so I wasn't able to. But yeah, trying to do this as quickly as possible so I can start working on Black Bolt next, level him up to 60, get him through Cosmic Trials, and then work on Venom last, and then go back to Cyclops. I already prestige Cyclops up to level 3 now. So yeah, I'm not really too sure when the final, deadline is for the servers to shut down, but I believe, from what I've read, was December 31st.
Oppose Loki and fall before him. I have an army. You will kneel before me. But my plan was perfect. This is Loki's age. I am power! Giants will return! I am undone.
Can't say I'm mad, just a tiny bit disappointed.
2 more shall take my place.
And don't you forget.
Our numbers are legion. Mandarin is invincible. This cannot be.
Well, I had a good time at least.
No! I will have my revenge, for the Red Skull shall always return! will never be discovered.
This is too much fun.
So many ways to hurt you. This cannot be.
Don't be surprised when you wake up in your wildest insane. I always did love getting my hands dirty. Baby, you got a long way to go. You couldn't keep up.
Shall always return.
You really take the cat thing to another level.
trust shall never be destroyed. Two more shall take my place. The Mandarin is invincible. He's immortal. Cannot defy. I'm all powerful. So many ways to hurt you.
Don't be surprised when you wake up and your wallet is missing.
shall...
Like a cat, I'm indifferent to seeing you here. Shall never be destroyed. Numbers are legion. So many ways. If I was gonna date a supervillain, I'd make sure they're way more interesting than you.
have already lost. No! I will have my revenge for the Red Skull.
Like a cat, I'm indifferent to seeing you here.
Alright, so I officially did the trial successfully twice. The first time I wasn't able to save it. Something happened where I tried to save the video clip and it only displayed 3 seconds of it. I'm like, what the hell? But this time, the second time I did the trials again successfully, got it through, and I was able to actually save the video clip so I could upload the Cosmic Trial itself separately to my YouTube channel. That way people could just watch the trial itself without having to watch the playthrough. But But yeah, no, there you have it. Black Cat, Cosmic Child. I'm gonna display what I do have equipped, even though a lot of people ain't gonna care at this point because the game is pretty much over. But once again, gear-wise, whatever you have equipped that's good enough, and a good invisibility catalyst should be able to get you through Cosmic Trial. Recommended purple gear, superheroic gear, to get in there. But even with blue gear, you could get it done. Black Cat's Cosmic Enhanced Grappling Hook, I luckily got it from a random Cosmic Patrol. Like, I wasn't even like determined or focused on getting this specifically, but I somehow managed to get it with one of my characters while I was doing Cosmic Patrol, and it randomly dropped for me, so I saved it and I utilized it for Black Cat, you know. So yeah, so gear wise, there you go. It doesn't really matter as long as you have some good gear or decent gear and a good invisibility catalyst, whether it be blue, purple, green, yellow, it doesn't matter. As long as you have an invisibility which helps you get through Cosmic Trial, the better. So then right into skills. If you watched my first playthrough, I switched skills so many times. I switch more skills than I do my underwears and socks, okay? Just put it that way. Yeah, so for triangle, I have in my first startup is the Catnap, which ranges from 8,430 to 12,645 per hit, you know what I mean? Because that's some good combo right there. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. And then second power for square would be Put 'em Down, which ranges 3,740 twice per second. Negative 50% move speed, which slows them down a bit. Melee bleeding gadget. So both of these cause bleeding, and I'll show you the talents afterwards. Second loadout triangle, explosive trap, which does the most damage out of the three. This one is probably the second that does the highest, because this one does pretty good damage, and this as well. But this just pretty much gets them sticky for like 3 seconds or 4 seconds, whatever the thing is, but it doesn't really do that much. Yeah. Excuse me. Second loadout square, Master Thief, which you go invisible, and this is where I utilize this move, Grappling Whip. Because while they're bleeding and you're invisible, you get to whiplash them with that.
I was the only cute and funny one here.
And do the Macarena and all that good stuff. And then I go right into her signature once she breaks out of her Master Thief cloak. Cat Scratch Fever does 11,977 per hit, 20 hits. Bleed damage 6,886 twice per second. Duration is 5 seconds, and vulnerability while this power is active, so it gives you immunity to a certain extent. So now we're going to jump into talents. First column, I have Pinpoint Accuracy. Chance on hit to instantly defeat non-boss enemies, 2%. Critical hit chance, plus 2%. Brutal strike chance, plus 2%. I'm pretty sure other people have a different loadout, whatever, setup. Some people might have this, or some people might have this. But either way, this is my build. Not specifically my build, but I'm just saying this is my preference, really. And then second column, Cruel Claws. Claw power deals 5% more damage to bleeding enemies, which is what we're using here. And the Faux Filet, because, you know what I'm saying, you gotta get that cat food, you know, the filet. And Faux Filet buff potency, plus 25%. What? And then Faux Filet buff duration, plus 3%. Oh, disgusting. Third column, Life of the Party. Master Thief resets all charges on trap powers. Master Thief applies Concealed to all allies. Buff effect Concealed, invisibility duration 5 seconds. And before I used to have which one was it? Yeah, so it's the same one. This one, on the other hand, yeah, I kept this always the same. But there was another one. Yeah, this one. I changed it from this to this only because of the claw powers and whatnot. But this one is pretty good because you get 6 of those max charges, and then with this equipped, which one was it? Where it resets, the Master Thief resets, so you get another 6 if you have this one equipped. One woman minefield. But I decided to change this because Cat Scratch Fever deals additional damage over time, which sounded pretty good to me. And then 5th column, I decided to go with Curiosity Kills. Catnap and Put him down no longer break stealth and can be used out of stealth, so I don't have to be going invisible all the time to use those powers. So that's why it benefited me in the long run. Catnap always deals a critical hit, and Put him down applies a powerful slow. So you slow him down with that. So once again, based on your own preference, everybody has their own unique builds and unique setups and skill, choices, whatever the case may be. But that was mine. That's what I decided to go with, and it actually worked out pretty well for me.
My birthday's coming up, Iron Man.
But we all know that what
really
works for one
nice.
person, it might not work for others. But once again, this is all preference. People can make their own choices, or you can mix and match certain things. We make these videos to help out others, and if it doesn't help you, then at least A for effort. We try. So with that being said, there you guys have it. Black Cat Cosmic Trial. I'm going to go on a quick break, come back, and we're going to jump right into Cosmic Patrol. Farm for some better gear, do the Macarena, put some mayonnaise on your nipples, nipple squeezing it, ooh wee, and all that good stuff on, because that's just how you do it. And then when people ask, why you doing what you're doing, and you just be like, simply because you can. Oh, yeah. What? I don't know. But anyway, be right back.
I always thought Parker looked good in the black suit, but you really fill it out, Eddie.
Like anybody's afraid of a little drizzle.
Ah, Spider-Man. What trouble may I help you out of this time?
Seriously, Bruce, call me. I know an excellent therapist.
The silent treatment's getting real old real fast.
How the Guardian survived this long without me is one of the greatest mysteries of this universe.
You've always been one of the weird ones, Barton.
Doctor, you better than anyone understand the evil we face. You have vile taste in role models, Daredevil.
Alright, I'm gonna go jump right into Cosmic Patrol and farm for some better gear.
Here, Parker. What is it this time?
Ay, carambas.
the jewels before I rip you a new one.
Hello? I'm Rocket, and I'm pretty friendly when you get to know me. I love this job.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but hell yeah. I don't know, can you guys, okay, so you can hear me. No, it's not gonna be badass, it's gonna be Deadpool-y ass. Because it's Deadpool. It's gonna be hilarious. I still haven't even managed to go see Justice League yet, but I'm hearing it's pretty good. I definitely want to go see it. I did see Thor Ragnarok, and Thor Ragnarok was awesome. I loved it. But I haven't managed to see Justice League yet, and I know Deadpool is gonna kick ass. I just have my headphones off my ears so that I can hear if my package is coming. I have a package. There's various reasons why I think people are saying that the game ended last night. One, you know, a lot of people are that disappointed where, you know, they want nothing to do with the game now, or maybe they were misinformed. So therefore now a lot of people have deleted the game, and now they're not going to be able to re-download it or whatever the case may be. Two, maybe it did shut down for certain people in certain areas, and I mean, I really don't know. I'm not here to speculate. I mean, the last time I recall, I don't know if you guys remember, on one of my streams, was pretty much technically the last one before we got shut down, and I ended up having to update. I don't know if that's the same case here, but clearly it's not, because there's other players here with me. So there's various reasons that I can think of. But I really don't know. But you know, since I'm still playing it, I'm trying to enjoy it as much as I can possibly, not knowing if it could actually be shut down soon, or maybe if, you know, we're limited, or if it's actually going to be shut down on December 31st, because that's what I read. I read it was going to be shut down on December 31st. So I don't know if that still applies, or if it's a done deal, whatever the case may be. this game still stays up regardless. If it goes into a new company or whatever the case may be, I hope it stays running. Because I really do enjoy and love playing this game. You know, it's all the various characters you can choose from. You know, and there's still like a lot of potential for this game. You know, this game still has a lot of potential. Even though I know this game is pretty old, you know, people that have been playing this on PC, they've been waiting for so many things, and you know, they're very disappointed and all that. But I do believe, even though this game, you know, still has a lot of stuff that they need to fix, it has a lot of potential for sure. That, you know, the countless characters that can be implemented into this game, the stories that can be expanded, the different environments we can head into. You know, like the list can be endless in regards to this game. Absolutely. But you know, at the same time too, you know, instead of people complaining all the time about games, I mean, let's face it, people are gonna complain about anything in general. But this is why it's important for us gamers to, when you're playing a certain game, enjoy it for what it is, and not of this and that and this and that and this and that, because it's a never-ending thing, and these guys that, you know, work for these companies can only do what they can. You know, they're being limited to what they can and cannot do. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm with the people out there. You know, this game could have been better. It could have been put in better hands. Absolutely, I agree. You know, this game, you know, this is what I meant. You know, this game has a lot of potential, you know, for growth. And, you know, it sucks that being concluded to the fact that it's going to be ending, whether it be December 31st or sooner than what we initially think, I really don't know. You know, there's speculations, rumors, you know, but this is why, like what I said in one of my loot box streams, you know, that you have to have a reliable source. And don't get me wrong, there's people out there who have reliable sources, you know, people like J-Shock Blast, you know, William, Tony Bing. These are guys that stream and they have their sources. But sometimes too, you gotta be careful where you get your sources from, because as we know, sources can be falsified, they can be messed with, you know, and such, the list goes on. This is why, like, instead of people being concerned with what everybody else is saying and what's going on, just wait it out and see what happens. You know, there are times where, yes, you know, people, you know, they take the word for granted, and when somebody says something, it usually is, but we never know what can occur as in regards to, you know, things like this, especially in the gaming world, because they could tell you one thing and come to find out it's completely the opposite. But yeah, no, it's unfortunate if this game does close sooner than we initially think. And for those who deleted the game, the only thing that comes to my mind is at that point people are so disappointed with it that they had no choice but to delete it just so that they can move on to something else or whatever the case may be. I really don't know what people's thoughts are and process, but I'm here still enjoying the game. I don't know how long it'll be till it gets completely shut down, but for the time being, heck, I'm gonna enjoy this game. Like I said, no matter 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now, if this game is still running, I'll still be playing it. This is the closest thing we're ever gonna get to Marvel Ultimate Alliance, hands down. Until Marvel themselves decide to make a game similar to this, then we can move on to something different. But for the time being, if this is all we can get, I'm keeping it. Absolutely, I'm keeping this. You need to move on with your life. Get rid of Marvel Heroes Omega. Believe you me, if Marvel Heroes Omega runs from this point on till eternity, I'll still play it, no matter how old it gets. there's the event. I don't know if it's due to the fact that VIP members are basically being extended just a little bit. I'm not too sure if that's what the case is. Once again, this is all speculation and whatnot. I really don't know. I try not to be concerned about too much with rumors and speculations either. You know, like I just enjoy it while it lasts. Pretty much. Absolutely, man. No, believe you me, man. I stopped playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 to start playing this, and I was really. If you see my first YouTube videos that I uploaded, it's all Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. That's all I was playing pretty much every day. And I stopped playing that game to play this. That tells you something right there. You're not loyal to Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Screw you. No, it's not even that. It's just, you know, Marvel games like this, you know, it's like Ultimate Alliance. Like I said, you know, it brings you back to that. Like I said, this is the closest thing we're gonna get to that. I mean, some people might agree with me, a lot of people might not, but personally, this feels like Ultimate Alliance to me. What Ultimate Alliance 3 could have been. So who knows if they have something up their sleeve where in the next couple of years or so, months, I don't know, they drop another Marvel Ultimate Alliance game or something similar along those lines. That'll be awesome. And then people will actually have something to move on from Marvel Heroes Omega. But if this is pretty much the best thing we're gonna get, you know, make the best of it while it lasts.
Downside of wearing a target on your forehead.
Yeah, I do hope instead of shutting down completely, they just go to a different company. That's what I hope. You know, it's hope. That's all you can do is hope, but I do hope they continue to work on this game and, you know, just have a different company take over. Alright, I'm gonna probably do like 1 or 2 more events and then I'm gonna end the stream here and then take a, you know, a couple of hours to relax. Yeah, I already have oh, you're doing Omega Prestige Cyclops. Holy crap. Yeah, Cyclops, I have him on Prestige level 3 now, I think. Not Omega, but just Prestige. Which means you've been going ham, huh? Yeah, that's why I stated too, it's up to us gamers to keep this game alive. It really is up to us gamers. Yeah, I bet. And that's good, man. Like when you're dedicated and devoted to the point where, you know, you spend a lot of time. And this is the beautiful thing about this game, man. Like, a lot of people are bonded with certain characters, and, you know, people interact with others because of it, you know. That's the beauty of this game. You know how many people bonded because of this game? A lot. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's certain people who debated and probably had a few fighting arguments about who's the better character and whatnot. You know how people are. Like, oh, my character is better than yours. Ah, please just shut up. My character can do a one bus kill and whatnot and blah blah blah. But you know, no, regardless, this game is absolutely awesome. I mean, it speaks for itself, because when this first game dropped for the console, I'm pretty sure the numbers were probably at a high rate. So there's nothing really people could say about it, because this game, I mean, I know that at a financial standpoint with the company Gazillion, they probably weren't at the best position, because, you know, as opposed to a multi-billion-dollar company who's receiving tons and tons of money, perhaps they weren't receiving as much as they were hoping for, you know. But that's kind of like a risk-taking thing, you know. It's like what I stated. But at the same time, too, it's kind of like, like I said, I'm not here to blame Gazillion. But I personally think they should have went a better route in their decisive choices, you know, in regards to this game. For example, instead of having Omega prestiging 70 times after prestiging the first time, they should have just stopped right there at the first one and focused on other stuff. That would have saved them a bit, in the sense of, like, for example, working more on events, more loot boxes, or whatever the case may be, more costumes, because people would have bought those. They would have complained about it, yeah, but they still would have bought those. I know, because I would have been one of them. And this is where some other people would be like, oh, see, that's what's wrong with you people. You people rather pay for everything instead of getting it for free. I mean, to be honest with people out there, from this point on, any game you play, you're gonna have to pay in order to get certain things. You know, it's not like we're back in the year of 2000 where you just pop in a disc and play games. And now you gotta think about it. You know, you're working for a company that makes games. You make a game. Okay, you get paid. Now, for any additional stuff you include, how are you gonna get compensated for that? Because for sure, you ain't gonna get paid from the company itself. You have to make profit for that. And that's what people don't realize. You know, if people really wanted to complain about a game that bad where, you know, you just want to pop in a disc or a game or whatever the case may be, you could always revert back to the old classic games. You could go back to the PS1. You could go back to the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Xbox if you still have it, you know. But times have changed, and the only thing you can do at this point is either adapt to it or stay away from it. One of the two. And of course, there will be people out there to say that, yeah, that's what's wrong with you, you know, new era gamers. You're making things worse. You're letting these companies, you know, steal from you. I mean, I get it. Like I said, I side with people as well, but I also understand from a company standpoint. I'm not here to choose either side. You know, I try to look at things from all angles. You know, from the gamers' perspective, I get it. I hear you. I'm with you. But, you know, like I said, you know, you just put yourself in somebody's shoes who's making a game. And you have your family you have to provide for. Bills that you have to pay. You know, it's not easy. You know, it ain't. Nothing's easy, actually. And I'm not here to justify or rectify or whatever terminology you want to use for any of that, but it's just the truth. You know, it's the truth. But for the people out there who deleted this game just because they're disappointed with this game because it's ending, if you were smart enough, you would have stuck with the game. And just play it and enjoy it for what it is, as opposed to you know, bashing on it because now it apparently is gonna end soon. I mean, you know, it's what more do you expect? You know, yes, I hear that. You know, I hear and feel people. You know, there's tons of people out there who invested a lot of time and money into this game, but then again, no one was forced now, was they? They weren't forced held at gunpoint to spend money in this game. They didn't have to do that. That's a choice they made on their own. It's not like Gazillion said, hey, you players out there, you either spend your money or we're gonna completely shut down the server in 24 hours. They didn't do that. I mean, they could have, but they didn't. You know, they're not like that. And people don't even know that a lot of these people who worked for the company were being affected. You know, there's people who lost their jobs because of this game. And of course, you know, the CEO who did certain things I'm not going to mention here because it ain't going to look good. And for that person, it's not going to look for them either. But this is why I stated too that Gazillion are now, if they still are into the gaming thing and they're creating more games and whatnot later down the road, they're gonna have to work 10 times harder to get the trust back from people because now the company has a bad rep in the sense of, you know, the people held responsible. But, you know, I hope that Gazillion, you know, if they get a new founder, CEO, whatever the case may be, you know, they get back on their feet, on their A game, and move forward from there because, you know, it's... I wouldn't wish that on anybody, you know, for them to completely be demolished. I mean, yeah, there's certain people that I just want to, like, give them a good push to the Facebook. That's besides the point. But no, other than that, you know, even though some people dislike certain things, I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. You know, if people lose their jobs like that, and you know, to have a bad reputation of that kind of, you know, stuff. Yeah, that's horrible. But hopefully Gazillion gets back on their feet and they take this as a learning lesson. You know, I'm pretty sure they're gonna make smarter decisions as far as licensing agreements goes and certain things, absolutely. I don't think this is the end of Gazillion. Absolutely not. I think this is gonna be something that's gonna push them to become stronger. And if they do give up at this point, you shouldn't give up. Never. You shouldn't let one rotten egg ruin the remaining eggs. That's what I'm trying to say here. Oh yeah, here's Rifle giving some words of wisdom. It's just reality, man. That's real. This is the real world. And I'm not referring to MTV. This is the real world we live in, you know. That's the reality. You know, business will be business. That's just how it is. It's unfortunate that it had to go that direction, but that's just the real world that we live in. When things might seem hopeless, even at times when you think it's the end, never surrender. Absolutely not. I mean, in real life, it is a lot easier to give up than to keep fighting and keep going. Absolutely. And not a lot of people can handle things. I myself included, I can't handle a lot of things, but I at least try. I at least try than not trying at all. And then when people ask why Rifle, why and why people that watch Rifle's videos, why do you guys insist? And that's when you tell them, because you can. They might not like it, they might hate it, but you do it because you can. Simple. One more event and then I'm gonna end Black Cat stream and then I'll start working on Black Bolt. Try to do 2 streams in a day, 2 separate streams in a day actually. This one's gonna be shorter because on my last playthrough I did for Black Cat I did 5 hours, and because I was tired. Oh, taking 2 people at once, yeah. The Macarena. Not macaroni, I said Macarena. What is the Macarena? If you don't know about the Macarena, what? You got some issues. But then again, we all do. Hey.
You ready for some fun?
Yeah, so on another note, you ever had people while you're at work that be trying to flirt with you and you just stare at them like, I'm at work. I don't flirt at work. And they'll all be like, what's your number? And you're like, You don't flirt. What's wrong with you? You trying to get in trouble? I know some people be like, I don't give a damn. I'm getting some numbers. I'm getting some hey. Hey, you do you. I'm not getting in trouble. That's for sure. I don't know about the rest of them. I'm not getting in trouble for that. No, thank you. That causes a lot of problems. 1, company-wise. 2, reputation-wise. And 3, you never know what these people's intentions actually are. People over here boasting about and venturing about how many numbers they get at work. Like, yeah, absolutely, man. Like, I even had a person come up to me asking me if I wanted to have a good time. I looked at the lady and I wanted to say, lady, I could have a good time without you in it. Peace. But I just stood shut. You know, I didn't want to offend or say anything inappropriate, because you got to be careful with what you say when you're at work, because they can use that against you. And let me tell you, people are very spiteful. Yes, they can become very, very spiteful. For example, like, if you see a beautiful lady in a nice dress, or if a lady sees a guy and she finds him attractive, you can give a compliment, absolutely. But that's it. You don't go beyond that. You go beyond that, you're asking for trouble. Believe me. I mean, some people get away with it. Not that it's recommended. When you go to work, you go to work. And the company doesn't pay you to flirt. They pay you to work. I said this in my other stream too. This is why, like, people, they gotta be careful with that, because it's not a joke. You know, next thing you know, that person can file a complaint against you, and the company is not gonna take it, and they're gonna be like, hey, you gotta go. You gotta go. Why? I didn't do anything. That's not what it states here. You have evidence? Oh, okay, you want me to bring the evidence? I'll bring the evidence. Did you not say this? I don't recall saying that. Oh yeah, no, you don't recall. Believe me, working in retail, I pretty much, not that I wanted to see it at all, but I've seen ladies coming in with some inappropriate, you know, dress and whatnot, showing their ukuleles out and the yoo-hoos and the yahas, and I'm like, nope, I'm not staring. Nope, not even if I want to. I'm not. Nope, no thank you. And she's like, hey, look, and you're like, nope. And then there's some ladies who come in and they cover them up. You're making eye contact with people, right? And they're making it seem like you're looking at their goodies, and you're like, lady, it's not that serious. I'm not even staring. I'm eye contact, okay? It's funny, like, I find it funny, you know, it kind of also pisses me off, because it's like, what kind of person you take me for? Like, you know, I wasn't trained to be, you know, one of those guys. And then, of course, you have some people who'll be like, what's wrong with you? What are you, gay? No, it's just respect. When you go to work, you don't go to work to flirt or look at ladies in a sexual manner, or talk to them in a sexual manner, like, hello, girl, let me get your number so I can... No, we don't do that. We don't do that. That's what people don't comprehend. But, you know, some people will learn the hard way. Bye anyway. Caca. That's right. Caca. That's the difference. Me and my brother-in-law, we spoke about, you know, a few games that are on sale or deal right now. but I'm not sure if I want to get anything. Like, the only game I'm looking forward to pretty soon is Red Dead Redemption sequel, and possibly the Need for Speed game. The new one that just came out, or it's been out, I'm not sure. Those are the only two games that I'm kind of interested in right now, because Destiny 2, I'm not bothering with it. I am flushed out with Dragon Ball, anything Dragon Ball related at this point. After Xenoverse 2, I'm just like, I'm done with. Not even the new fighting game that's coming out for Dragon Ball, I'm not even interested in it. I mean, it looks cool and all, but I'm just flushed out, like I said, of Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I really don't care for anything Dragon Ball related at this point. Call of Duty, forget about it. I'm never touching another Call of Duty for a very long time. I mean, I've played a little bit not too long ago. I tested it. I asked my brother-in-law if I could play it because they were playing it, and I just wanted to get my, old habits from playing Call of Duty just for like a slight bit. But I'm absolutely done with Call of Duty, man. I've invested 6-7 years of my life prestiging gun challenges and all that stuff with those games. So I'm done with Call of Duty, and now they want to revert back to the old classic Call of Duty games because they know they've messed up with the futuristic aspects of it. They know they've messed up. I mean, it was cool and all, witnessing it, experiencing, seeing people. I didn't play it personally, but seeing other people play it, it was cool and all that. But now you just basically, you took away everything what made Call of Duty Call of Duty. Once you started including the futuristic stuff and the gadgets and jumping off walls and pelvic thrusting and all that stuff, yeah, not at that point you just, I mean, that's my pelvic thrusting, but what I meant in the Call of Duty pelvic thrusting is just something different, completely different, which, once again, we have to adapt to change at time. I get that, it's part of the evolution process, but certain changes are good, and then there's certain changes that make you be like, what the hell, what were you thinking? So in this case, in Call of Duty related news, what the hell were they thinking when they brought in all this crazy stuff? What was next? After space, what, you're gonna go into an interdimensional thing, and next thing you know, well, they kind of did that with teleportation portals and whatnot, but you get the point. Anyway. But yeah, once again, change is good, and that's something we have to adapt to, is change. Sometimes change is good, and sometimes change just shouldn't have even been mentioned to begin with, but it is what it is. That's the world. That's the world. You either adapt to it, or you just stay out of it. And then when people ask, why? You just like, because I can. Oh, disgusting. You. Rifle. You speak crazy crap, but I hear you. I know that's what a lot of people are probably thinking.
Don't tell me we have a vampire
When they hear me and watch my videos, they're probably like,
thing I need.
This guy, he's very unusual and weird. But it's not like a bad weird, it's just weird, but it's a good weird, and I kind of get what he's saying. Like what Mr. Sajin 508 states to me all the time, that basically when I speak, I kind of make no sense, but then people understand what I'm trying to say. So it's kind of like an oxymoron type of thing. To a lot of people, it may not make sense, but to others it does. So people make it whatever they want it to be, pretty much. But alright, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Black Cat stream. You know what I mean? Because that's just how you do. Part of the crew. Wait, what? Who's Stu? I don't know. You got something to lose? Maybe. I don't know. Boo-hoos. Anyway, yeah. Because that's just how you do. I don't know. I'm being random. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, Rifle. Aquí viniendo riflen como su cuerpo, mami, dale, vete y dime. Hey. I don't know. I'm just being random. But then that's the music part of me. I love music. But the thing is, I'd rather do music on my own terms than having people forcing me to do something I don't want to do. So yeah, that's just how you do, people. When you're passionate about something, you do it on your terms, not theirs. They might not like it, but who cares? As long as you enjoy it and the people that hear you, whatever it is, whether it be music, drawing, you do it on your own terms, not theirs. Because at the end of the day, it's not they who are doing things that you're doing. You're doing what you're doing because you can. How you like me now? Maybe not at all, but that's besides the point. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then when people be like, yeah, I get it. I get it now. I get it now. I get why Rifle does the pelvic thrusting. I get it now. And I'm saying here, what took you so long? What took you so long? Yeah. Well, that was an awkward moment there of silence, but you sometimes have to do it. Why? Don't ask. Don't ask why. It just had to be done. But anyway, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Please leave a thumbs up if you like the video. Please leave a thumbs down if you don't. It's all good with me. Like I said, love or hate, it's good with me. Because at the end of the day, I'm living my life. Maybe not the way I want it to be, but I'm living life. And yes, you make life what you want it to be. At times, you're not able to have that option, but you know, live your life, enjoy it. Spend time with your family. Forget about the nonsense, the negativity. You guys keep doing what you do. You know what I mean? Forget about the rest. Whether people hate you, whether people like you. At the end of the day, when you live your life and you look back and you could at least say that you tried, then nothing at all, then not at all. Yeah, because that's just how you do. Stay positive, even when things are really bad. Keep fighting, keep pushing, keep going forward, keep moving through. You know, life is really, really tough. Not a lot of people can handle life, but definitely stay doing you. Much love, as always. Rifle out, salute, people. Yeah. And see you guys on the next stream, which I should be doing a little bit later on today. Black Bolt. And then I have Venom as my last. And then I have to revert back to Cyclops, get him to Prestige level 4. I'm gonna try to make a Prestige him by then, but if not, then it's all good. Because I have no regret playing this game whatsoever, and with all these characters that I've been playing throughout since the beginning. I have no regrets of how much time and money I spent to this game, because I enjoyed every bit of it, regardless of what other people are stating that, oh, that this game shouldn't be paid to play and whatever. I really don't care about all that negative stuff. I just enjoy this game for what it is, regardless of the ups and downs. I did state my thoughts in my loot box videos, and yes, you know, we could only move forward from here and hope for the better. You know, I'm hoping that this game continues on, whether it be with a new company or maybe Marvel / Disney work on a new completely game that's something similar to this, but with their own unique take. I'm definitely looking forward to that. If that's what's gonna happen. I'm not here to foresee and tell you what exactly is gonna happen, because I don't work for none of these companies, but you could only hope for certain things. And Gazillion, once again, thank you. Even though, despite of all this unfortunate events, you know, and stuff, I do hope that you get back on your feet, get back on your A game, and you know, wish you success on your future endeavors. And I know it's gonna be tough for you guys to retain people's trust, because the way this has ended left a bad taste in people's mouths. And I know it's not gonna look good, but hoping that you recover and whatever game you work on next puts you back on top. And for those who, you know, have lost their jobs because of this, hopefully you will be able to either regain your job, position, or I hope that you move on to better things. Pretty much. But alright, peace out. Rifle out.